So I'm going to draw a buddy of mine. He wants himself as like a sticker type thing. Some people might call it a logo in this day and age. Some people might call it a, who knows. So I'm going to make him into something cool like a sticker. The first thing you want to do is get your images and bring them into Procreate, and you want to make them usable. You want to make them workable. So these are screenshots from his phone. This one is the only one that's kind of like a good lighting. So the first thing I want to do is just, I'm just going to trim these. So I'm just going to do the rectangle and just trim these guys. Okay, so I basically just want to get some cool shapes out of this. Pull some cool shapes out of it. And this is going to be really rough to start with. Make sure I'm on a new layer. Okay, so you know what? I'm actually going to use Disney Sketch Light. It's a thicker brush. His head. Sunglasses. And I want to make it kind of cartoony. I don't want it to be too realistic. Oops. Get the sunglasses a bit bigger. Something like that, mouth open. Maybe I'll make the nose a little smaller. I feel like my cat is definitely going to start making some noise. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Just going to start scratching on the window. Okay, it's not bad. So then he has the beard, which kind of comes like... Make the ears a little bigger. My eyes, I know my eyes don't see things the right way, so now I can completely see how this doesn't line up. And just to show you that it doesn't line up, I can do something like, we'll do a rectangle. Oops. At the top of the glasses there, doesn't match up. I can move this down to the bottom of the sunglasses, not straight at all. See how much space is underneath this one? And that's the difference. That's what your eyes kind of see and what they don't. See how it's just like lopsided. So I just use Liquify. Make sure I'm on the drawing layer and make sure Liquify is big. I probably just made a mark by accident. Liquify. And just even it out. Let me make it a little wider. little bit better, but I can see that bring the glasses down, widen this out a little bit. Feels better. Definitely feels better. Widen out his face a little bit. Liquify is one of my favorite tools. Did I flip it back? I don't even know if I flipped it back. So just get it to a place once you're happy. Otherwise, you'll just go back and forth. But I think this is pretty good. Okay, so that's a decent face. So I'm gonna go down to my sketch layer and just move it down some. Now for the hat. These hats are a bit weird because he's straight on. So to figure out how to make the hat not look like a old-timey railroad hat. So, you know, maybe we'll give him a forehead first. And that way we can do some eyebrows. Although they don't really, you can't really see his eyebrows that much. Something like that is kind of cool. I dig that. So now I'll go ahead and make it a little smaller, make everything smaller. And I can actually probably make his head a little bit wider. I want to be true to his girth. I don't want to make him like really skinny. Is this thing even straight? Gosh. It's the worst. All right, so head is looking pretty good so far. Now, let's figure out how we want to do the body. You can probably hear the cat crunching. Snack time. Make these a little bigger. All right. So let me make his neck. And I might even do, you know, when I'm drawing this, I might actually do symmetry. Might be kind of cool. But we'll see. only because it's like a sticker type thing. So I want to make sure that we pay homage to the belly. Gotta keep it real. Let's make these smaller, actually. Uniform. Let's move all these up. I'll group them so I can move them more easily. And you know what? I think I feel like I need to extend his shoulders out some. So something like that is kind of interesting. So I gotta figure out the belly. Sorry, age. Speaketh the truth. But you gotta bring in. You have to bring in the essence of the person, because that's what really gives it character. And I think I'm gonna do it in a circular thing, so I don't even really need to add too much, because I think it's gonna be like a circle like this and go around. I think that's the move. I think that actually looks pretty cool. But it's just finding the right balance, because what it is you do have to do some sort of caricature. You know what I mean? You have to accentuate certain things. And it's also important that he wants 2-0 Nation. I think that's what it is. I think I'm saying it right. On the front of the shirt, something like that. So I feel like I want to make, oops. This part smaller. I don't mind his hands being really big, but I just feel like there's Something like that is actually pretty cool. And again, this is just my rough sketch. So I'm creating a blueprint so that I can cheat, even though it's not really cheating, you know, because it's my own thing. But you create a blueprint. That way, give them some arms here. Something like that. And then the logo would go something like that. Chain. He still needs to be, his face needs to be wider. Something like that. I think that's a good start. So now that I have this from the likeness, it'll be easier for me to sort of work out the rest. And just sort of figure out how I want the rest of it to be. But I think that's a good spot. All right, so I might try to actually use symmetry. I'm curious. Firstly, I'm curious if I can. Let me just flatten this. I'll leave the opacity up for now, and let's get into drawing guide, edit drawing guide, symmetry. Okay. So now I just want this to be sort of in the middle. All right, so I'm actually just gonna test this out by drawing assist. Let's see if this is actually working. Yeah, okay. So I think I'll use, I mean, I probably should clean it up first. Probably should do a cleanup sketch first. Well, let's just have fun with it real quick. Sometimes I forget I'm using symmetry and I just keep going across. Not happy with the mouth. Let's see. It's actually not bad. Why are you coming in here sneezing? Can I help you? Can I help you? I'm trying to work here. Okay, so let's get into this hat. Well, again, I forgot that I'm so it actually comes up and then it's sort of straight here. But I feel like that line would need to be thicker. It's not bad, actually. So let's see what we can do with these glasses. Okay, it's not bad. I want to do this on a new layer. You know, and I'm sorry, I got sidetracked by the cat and the razor sharp claws that were injected into my tender midsection on the left side. So, okay. I feel like it just feels a little cramped for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It just feels very cramped here. Okay. Did I start it on? I did start it on a new layer. Okay. So. Like, I don't know what that is, but I would have to say that's the only thing that happens in Procreate that really irks me. When I make lines and then they just disappear like that. It's not even like a accidental undo, because if that was the case, I could just hit undo again or redo or something, whatever, redo, and it would come back, but it doesn't. It just disappears. I don't know what causes it. Like, I feel like it's if I hold it too long or something, but then it's supposed to just do that. So I don't know why sometimes it disappears, but it really irks me. really should I don't mind that. Why this brush feels smaller for some reason? Yeah, not really thrilled with that. But I think I need to go back to basics and just adjust the pencil, the artwork. I'm not exactly sure what I don't like about it, but I'm not feeling it. Which is normal. Maybe I should actually turn this drawing assist on. Let's see. I don't think I meant to do it all on the same layer. I meant to do it on a new layer. I always do it on a new layer in case I mess up. Keep forgetting to hit record. So I'm just redoing the body. I'm just trying to find something that's, looks good and is organic. Like I said before, this part is going to be I'm going to do a circle, I think. The only thing that's tricky is now I've made it this size, so it's hard for me to draw bigger. But you know, if I just hide this, take it off, uniform. Ooh, I kind of like this shape. So that's interesting. So let's try it again and just see. I keep forgetting I'll have to do the other side. But I really like the way it's looking with that's kind of cool. I feel like I might be able to do something cool with this. The only issue I feel is that it looks a little... The anatomy's a little off. I really like those hands, but the anatomy is a little off, and it's bugging me. So that's the head. The head I'm actually really happy with. I think that looks really cool. And it kind of looks like him. As far as like, you know, obviously I'm not doing realistic, but it looks like him. Like if he showed me this sticker, I'd be like, clearly that's him, which is always fun. It's difficult to do, but it's fun, and he has such unique characteristics that, you know, really makes it work. I hate when I swallow on microphone. See if I can figure out. So I wonder if it's just that I'm I don't usually draw t-shirts a lot, but I think I might have just been drawing the t-shirt to make this smaller again. Never fails. Oh, don't want to do it on free form. Right in the middle, bring it up some. It's fine because they're not on the same layer, so I have a lot of leeway. So I can make this bigger, you know, when I need to. Because right now it's too small compared to his head. But that's okay. I want to do like those Wreck-It Ralph hands. Those are my favorite kind of hands to draw. And actually sculpt too. That's actually pretty cool. I don't mind this. It's a little slim in the waist. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. I like that. And I actually like the hands. They're very stylized, but I actually like them. I think that's enough for me to... I think I can work something out on top of this. Let me take a look at the other one again. Yeah, this one looks like he's like, ugh, I don't know. I didn't do it. I didn't see anything. Although he is like that at work sometimes. It's not, it doesn't work for the sticker. I think that one, I think this is way more cool. So I'll work from this. So I'll just slim it. And actually symmetry works really well. Using Disney ink. Yeah, this is a good start. And again, I did the head and everything's on different layers, so I can fix the proportions once I get there. Okay, so let me just close. Do I actually need to close that off? That might be fine. I might not need to worry about that just yet. So let me just do some line work over this using Disney ink. And also, I guess that's okay. I'm going to overlap these because the layer is underneath the head layer. I like it. I like that. And fingernails are good because they show the planes of the finger. I like that. I think it works. Okay, so that's pretty much like the bulk of it, to be honest with you. So what's a good next step? I think shrinking this. Let me turn off the sketch layers and just sort of get this to fit. I think that feels all right. Make his head a little bit bigger. So now I'm looking at it and squinting, because that's how I usually figure out I thought I heard a cat outside for a second. Oops, on the wrong layer. Let me check. I thought I heard a cat. It sounded like a little cat. I always have to make sure the neighborhood cats are all right. Okay, so I just gave them some snacks. The only thing that I see that might need tweaking is I could bring his shoulders out a little bit. Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad. Okay, so do we want to make his chain? It's tricky because with the chain, you know, stickers and stuff are like small, and these small little details don't really translate that well. So I'm not really sure if I should even make the chain. The shirt might be good enough. But that's also something that you kind of have to consider, because then you could get more work, because then, you know, they could want the chain and you have to kind of have to figure it out. But you figure it out, or just like explain the reason why. Figure out a nice it's actually not bad, but it feels like, no, I guess they're straight. For some reason it felt like it wasn't exactly symmetrical, but I think it is. I am feeling some kind of way about these. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. I don't think I need all this extra stuff. And I think I want to make the shirt black. I think it should be black. And also, I don't think I actually need to curve it under. I think it might be better served. Oh, let me just drawing assist. I think it would be better served if it just went straight down. And actually, it might even be better. Clear this. Might be better if it was straight. Let's try that. I think that's better, because I still have to put that, do I want it to be square or a circle? I think a circle. I feel like a circle would be best. Okay, so a few other things. I just want to make a little bit more space. For a second I was worried I forgot to hit record. It's like always that extra step. Like I'm trying to think about the drawing, but then there's always that extra step of, yeah, that looks better. Just like a little wider in the shirt. Feels better. It actually could be a little wider down here too. Let's see. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Yeah, that's a bit more authentic. Yes. I like it. I like it. You know, there's something I always like about going from nothing to something. I just messed that up. Oh, maybe that's actually better. It's a little more simple. I think I actually like that better. Okay. So I would say that I'm happy with this. Very, very happy with this so far. So let's figure out these circles, because these lights actually look really cool, and that might actually be a good opportunity to have some actions going on behind him. Like if there was two of those oh, you know what? I wanted to see if I wanted to add anything to the side of his head. No, I don't think it needs that. That actually works. So I'll figure out eyebrows if I want to figure them out later. Ooh, got the nice like hairline under there. Yes, I like it. Too much. I think I like that. I think I like the shape like that. Okay, so what do I want to do next? Let me think about it. Okay, so I need to clean it up, which means going in really, really tight. So I'm gonna go in, clean it up, and then I'll duplicate the whole project so I have this backed up, in a sense. And then I can add we can make like a circular background. So to clean it up, I think I'll use outliner. Let's see how small that goes. I think outliner is good. If you'll notice, this is pixelated because I'm zoomed in very, very close. Yet I'm not worried about it. And as this will be for stickers and things like that, it will be absolutely fine. It is a normal process of drawing on any program like this that it will be pixelated and it will look like this from close up. If you actually draw on a piece of paper and then look at it this close, which no one really does because you'd have to get really, really close to the paper. You know what? I like it better like that, actually. I'm going to open up this space. But it is not, it will be probably worse than pixelated. Pencil is not clean at all. But you can make beautiful, clean looking artwork with pencil. See, I'm just trying to get these little details. Just getting some lines a little cleaner, making sure everything is how I want it to look. Actually should do that with the other brush, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to go to gallery and I'm just going to duplicate this. Oh, AJ. Okay, so now I have that backed up, so if anything happens or if I mess up or if I accidentally erase something, at least I have another backup, so I can always go back to this point, which is, this is probably the most difficult point, is getting the sort of likeness. And I think I got it. I'm very happy with it. So I'm going to move this here just because it's more aesthetic. And I'm just going to save this as, you know what, I'm going to save it as a PNG. So I've got that saved as a PNG. And I'm going to save the sketch as well. I just like to save in steps, so when if I want to go back and look at the sketch, or if I want to go back and look at the line work, I can do that. Okay, is anything here? No. All right, so next, I think I want to, let me just duplicate this. I want to shrink this a little. Let me take it off of drawing guide. So now I want to shrink this, put it right in the middle. So I think I'm going to make a thicker black line just to kind of bring him completely together. And maybe I should actually do the drawing assist again. Now the question is it still, oh, it is. Okay. So let's take a look and see what it looks like if I make a darker black edge around him. And for this, I'm using Disney Outliner, which has I don't think it has any pressure sensitivity, so it's great for just making outlines around. I know there's ways to sort of like cheat an outline, but I don't know, I kind of just do it the hard way. and just draw them. And I'm probably going to do this again with a white outline around the whole thing. Back over that because it was not the cleanest. There we go. That looks great. I am thinking about trying out, I think it's called Affinity Designer. Let me see, hold on a second. Let me go back here and just sort of fix no, Disney outliner is what I want. Just sort of fix that a little bit that I noticed looked a little odd. Okay, that looks great. So, and another thing I can do, so here's our outline. So I think this might be a good layer to add some of this black. So I'm gonna go inside. I'm still on the extra thicker layer. But as you can see, now I'm on the inside. So I'm not making an outline anymore. I'm on the inside of that. And I just want to close and make sure that I'm on the inside of the neckline. I want to close that up so that I can fill it. And I want to do the same thing with the beard. And I'm just staying on the inside, making sure I get all these little details. And now to be able to fill this, to make sure that I'm on the inside of that beard. And I can probably fill the inside of the sunglasses too. And I think this is meant to be his hairline. So we'll make that black. And this is all great because, and I don't know if I want to make this top part of the hat black as well, but I think so, because I think it's a good separation. It makes a really nice separation. Oh, and the inside the mouth too. Ooh, that actually looks nice. Maybe I don't want the whole inside darker. Maybe I just want... Oop. See, those details are too small to see though. Bit too small to see. So it might be better if I just do the whole thing black. Or just leave it white maybe. I think that looks good. Let me look back at the photo, just see what I think. Oh, I think I like the way I had it before. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And there is some other things that I could do. Let's see how they look. Actually, I'm not going to do it yet. I was going to sort of make it so you could see these little the lines on the shirt, but I'm not going to do it just yet, I don't think. I think right now I just want to make a white. Let me change this to gray. And I want to make a white outline around him. So I'll use Disney Outliner again. But I think I want it thicker. Okay. And actually, I use symmetry a lot when I'm doing 3D. And so I've really kind of gotten used to sort of working in a way that lends itself to 3D, just to symmetry. Because when you're doing a 3D model, you almost like have to really get it clean. It's not bad. And I can erase, if the lines go inside the art, I can just erase them. But I'm just concentrating on getting a nice even outline. Doesn't have to be perfect, but even enough. And this is the first Saturday in a long time I haven't heard the neighbors just being loud next door. I probably shouldn't have even mentioned it. I don't want to jinx myself. And I actually like making outlines. It's just kind of like a practice in line art, you know, and trying to get them smooth. So it's just like a game, trying to get them level and smooth, and being able to see when they aren't, when something needs work. Intend not to see this part, but might as well add the line in there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So now I'm just going to clean this up. Let me just use G pen, G brush. Shout out to everyone who bought my brushes. Love it. Got some great feedback. And also, if you want to know how to make your own brushes, then check out my YouTube video where I make my Disney style brushes. You know, as much as I love to make money and love to sell, you know, I also want people to experiment. Like, if you want to figure out how to make your own brushes and why I make mine a certain way and how I use them, I think that information is useful as well. Okay, so I was experimenting around and I realized that his face is still too thin, so I just used the liquify tool and I thickened up his face. That looks better. I think that looks a little bit more accurate. I can actually, and all I did is highlight the layers that I want to manipulate. And maybe I just want to stretch this up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So it's not so... Also, I might want to make his lips bigger. So I might use liquify and I might use expand. I don't really use expand that often, but... Let me push it down. Yeah, there you go. I just want the lips to be a little bit bigger. So that's perfect. Liquify coming through in the clutch again, like it always does. And I moved, and I had the other layers too. So I had this layer as well. So everything moved equally. I might need to make this, I think I want to make this wider, actually. I don't know, let's see. And the reason why I'm doing this is because if it's a sticker, something like this is easier to just cut it out. So I can do a version, and this would work even if it's on a black shirt. Like this would work because of the white outline. What was that? That's good. So I made a white circle. I cut out a white circle instead of the black rings. And I just saved the original outline because I'm going to adjust this one a little bit. So we don't really need it to come out here. So we want to get that nice circle there. And actually, for this ring, I can erase. You know what? Let me duplicate it and just save it. OG. God, thanks, iPad, for changing my 2 letters. So this way I can just erase this, and if I want to go back to it, because at this point in time there's going to be a lot of switching and just coming up with ideas and just sort of seeing what sticks. And this line might not even be white. So this might incorporate the red, white, and blue, like in this 2-0 nation. Might be kind of cool to have red, white, and blue. That might be fresh. Okay. Fix any little spots that I see that need fixing. Okay. See, now we have to tackle the color of his skin. Do we want to do it? Well, I guess we can do it on a layer. We can play around with it and just see how it comes out. So let me clear this. I'll leave it assisted. And you know what? Let's change the background to black. Okay, just kidding. So we'll change the background to not black yet. I can just undo it. So let's figure out, let's do the skin without coloring the background, because then you won't be able to see anything. All right, so as a rough skin tone, we'll just use this skin tone. I'll have to convert this to CMYK, I think. I don't think I can do it now. Can I? Let me think. I don't think I can. I can change it on the computer later. It's actually not a bad skin tone for just a random pick. Now I don't want to use too many colors, so that's always kind of tricky. I need to erase that white. So let me go back to the skin. Let me just label it. liking that. Now, I don't want to use... So I can probably use... I don't know if I want to use white. Let me clear this. I don't know yet if I want to use white for certain parts. For example, the underside of the hat. Actually doesn't look too bad. The teeth. Now let's say I was to use a yellow for the glasses. I do it on a new layer. I'm going to take the outline and erase it from here, just so everything's a bit cleaner. Take the outline again, select, and then clear it from here. And I'm going to add white above for the glasses. So let me use Disney Outliner again. Not really feeling that. Might be nicer to just be not feeling that either. So maybe I'll take the G brush and lower the opacity. Yes. Yes. So I think that looks pretty good. I'll actually take Disney ink, and I might actually be able to add a few more little details up here. I don't think it needs that up there. I'll take it off assist and see if I can just add some little details. I think that looks great. Another thing I was thinking about that might be cool is for this outline, I actually forgot I was on symmetry. No, that looks weird. That looks weird. But you never know if you don't try. You heard? Oh, you know what else I can add? So I might be able to add this up here. If I go back to that gold, I might be able to do a nice, let's see if it... It is not on assist. Drawing assist. Ooh, I like it. The only thing is, something keeps bugging me. I don't know what it is. There we go. I'm happy with that. And another thing that I like to do sometimes I don't think I can actually see it, but I don't know what his tattoo is, actually. So I don't think I'll be able to see it on Facebook. But this is... Alright, so it looks like there's a music symbol. So I'll just use Disney ink. And there's like some other things that I'll just have to like sort of make up because I can't really see them. So I'll just sort of make up things that sort of look like tattoos. And then I'll lower the opacity. All right. Now, of course, I'm going to select this and I'm going to add a lighter tone. I think I'm going to add it right on. I'll do it on a layer above, just in case. That's not bad. Dang, I should have, I'm gonna do that again and do the symmetry. Or drawing assist. Because I know that either way I'm gonna have to draw them again, but it's the principle, Smokey. Okay, it's looking good. Might even actually be able to add some. Can you see his eyebrows? Can't really see his eyebrows. Okay, so this is the other thing that I was mentioning before. If I go select, let me duplicate this. OG. Let's bring that down, just in case I want to go back. But let's say I want to erase. Nope. What would be the best thing to do here? The best thing to do here would be to not erase, but paint them white. Nope. Select. Nope. Lower the opacity of the shirt so I can sort of see what I'm doing. Now let's see how that looks. Is that worth it? I don't think so. I think I'd rather just make new white lines. Disney outliner, or nope, Disney ink. You know what? I didn't need to do that. I just need to undo that. Nah, that's too, it takes away too much from the shirts. It really does. I think it's actually fine without it. Because if I add white, it'll take too much away from it. So, but I'm actually okay with this. So let me get rid of this. What color was his hat actually? His hat was like, so his hat is red. So I might be able to actually do some cool stuff. If I bring this low, and what if I change this to red? But what if the color's on here? You can't even see it. There we go. That's better. Okay, so it would be kind of cool if the hat is red, but it would have to go, that's black. Is this the outline? I think that's the outline. So it might work if it's here. But why does that go beyond? Maybe that's too Christmassy. Okay. Now for blue, I mean, these are the 2O Nation colors. But Trying to hit that center. I feel like it might take away from it. Oh, I guess it really doesn't. It actually looks good. It looks good through the phone. This kind of bothers me though. I think I like the black hat. I think the black hat is better. But you know what else might be cool? So we have the red. What if we did the blue? But the blue is on the outside. That's kind of cool. Kind of interesting. I'm not mad at it. Trying to figure out what color I like better. Oh, I think I like that. I think I like that. Okay, so let me see if I can play with some more shapes. I do feel like I need something here. So let me check out my shape brushes. Let me go back to his glasses color. I'm so used to the 3D app that like it's easy for me to forget how to use a shape brush. Oh, no wonder this needs to be over the red. It's kind of interesting. That's actually kind of cool, to be honest with you. I kind of like it. Kind of like it. White doesn't work. Black doesn't work. It's interesting, but it doesn't work. And this is not centered. It doesn't feel centered. It feels a little more centered. Maybe something like this, but just not this. And also, let me try this blue. That's kind of cool, actually. What would happen if I Okay, I don't really like that, but what might be cool, so I'll lower that color, and then I'll Gaussian blur it. And then I can move it down. That's kind of cool. I could actually do the same thing with this. If I duplicate it, bring the color down. Actually, I think I can just do black. Make it a multiply layer. I'll do the same thing with this. I'll make it a multiply layer. Gaussian blur it a little bit. And then I'll just make it smaller. And the reason why I'm making it smaller is because I only want this shading to be on the inside. So let me bring the opacity down. I feel like I want black on the outside. Black on the outside might be better. I don't know. And then he wants 2O Nation in there. So I just want to experiment with this one. Take it off Drawing Assist, darken it, multiply, Gaussian blur, I definitely don't want the, you know what, I should keep on drawing assist. I don't think I want this shadow. I definitely don't want that to be on the outline. I want, if there's any shadowing, I want it to be on the inside. I want it to stay on the inside. You know what? Yeah, I'll keep the shadow actually inside the white. I guess I would have to do it here as well. That's kind of cool. I can always adjust the skin tone. Make them pop a little bit more. That's kind of cool. This 2.0 Nation, that's the only thing that sort of gets me. Because, and there might be another whole thing, I might just have to do that. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this glare on the, I don't like the shading on the outside or on the inside. I think it's this. Yeah, let me get rid of all this. Wait, why is this not? Where is that shadow from? Oh, that's from this. Oh, that's the tattoo. So that's from that. Interesting. Definitely don't want that either. I think it looks clean. I think this looks cool. Now, what's the best color to present it is the question. I think on like a dark gray like that is probably cool. Okay. So the only other issue is the 2.0 Nation. Which, I guess I can just do it on the same layer. So I'll just add a little background here. Everything is capped. I can't spell. That's okay. Caps went off. Great. And this, I should probably just do it in Photoshop, to be honest. Because I don't know what font to use or anything like that, so. But it looks like it's italic, bold, bold italic. Feels like DIN condensed, but I don't think I have DIN condensed. It's a little thicker than that. So I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with this, but this might be boring, so let me just stop it here. Okay, so I'm just using impact, but I've just used the transform tool to distort it. And now it won't let me select this, so I can just distort this. I try not to use commercial fonts because I assume that, you know, I'm making this, but, you know, they might use it for, might actually use it, so. Okay, so before I do this, let me just make this bigger. Okay, so now I'm just literally redoing the font, or redoing the actual logo. Okay, that's good. So now I'll take the whole thing, distort, and just give it a little bit of a okay. Make it uniform, make it a little smaller now. Let's see. I think the best way to do, let me add another text layer. I'll just use I, flip it on its side, and make it bigger. And that's okay. I think I'll have to transform it, but that's fine. So this is roughly the same thickness of the letters, so that looks pretty good. It's about the same width as nation. So let me freeform it. It's a little lower. Where's my? Oh, yeah, it is on. So it's in the middle of the T. Just trying to see this dang thing. It's in the middle of the T. Ooh, it's not really that. It's a little off, but it looks like in the middle of the O as well. It doesn't look like it's actually, but I'm going to make it. I want it to be, let me move it up a little bit. And it's a little thick. So I'm going to make it a tad bit. Let me do freeform. Ugh. Tad bit thinner, like that. That's about where I want it to be, and it's not, but I think I want this to also be distorted the same way the text is. So it's almost like the same line would go up. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let me freeform this and just bring this in a little bit. Oh, no. What are you doing? What is happening? Okay, it's rasterized. This should be better now, hopefully. There we go. Okay, so now I want to just cut. Just cut it there. And you know what? I can try to match the O, or, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to adjust this. And now I'm going to take this, I'm going to bring it around freehand. And this is actually straight, but and those are much thicker, but they're just about as thick as that. So I'm going to use the, I'm just going to add text. So I want to pretty much match. I want to pretty much match that thickness. So that's a pretty good match. It can be a little bit smaller, I think. Freeform it. And now I'm just gonna, I want it to sort of match up to freeform. It's got to match up to this N. Hope I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording good. My head's probably getting in the frame. Okay, there we go. So that's looking good. And honestly, like, part of me wishes that this was also slanted. Like, I feel like, why would it not be slanted? I'm going to duplicate it in case he wants me to keep it, but I'm going to slant. I'm going to distort it and slant it. And you know what? I want to just move it so I can, you know what? That's a better idea. So first, before I do that, I'm going to drag it over so I can get a good slant. So now I'll distort it. So now I can see that that slant is much straighter. It looks like it might be a little bit thicker on the bottom. I want it to be perfect. There we go. That looks good. So now I'm going to go back to uniform. And I'll just drag it over that same line. I feel like it doesn't need to be that long. I feel like that's good. Okay. And now I'm just going to use a brush. Oh, actually, I can just use I have a better idea. Rectangle, like so, and I'll match the color of the background. Oh, I didn't mean to do it on the same layer. Match the color of the background. I want to do it in between. I'm going to put this under 2.0. Then I'm going to put this in between. That way I can do this. Then I can see the separation. So it doesn't look like it's that thick. Oh, distort. Oh, I can't distort this, can I? Oh, yes I can. Wait a minute. Let me take it off magnetics. You gonna help me now? Wait, maybe I can leave it on magnetics and just drag from here. No. Okay, that looks about equal. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'll select this and cut from here. And I'll also move this so I'm going to also take this and I'll edit I'm going to put it over the end now. It's got to be over both. There we go. Now I have to be careful because I have this line here. Unfortunately, well, what did I do? How did I even get that line? I actually don't know. Now it's perfect. Okay, I don't really know what I did. Oh, it's still there. Clear layer. That's okay. You know what? I'm going to flip it. No, I can't flip it. Oh, let me flip it back. This is annoying. Okay. All right. So what am I trying to do here? I'm just going to bring this up, but I'm going to beware of this stupid beige line. I know what causes it, but I don't remember. And I'm actually going to change the color so I can see it. Okay, that's good enough. So all I need to do is match it up to here. That way when I line the N up, I can hit select. I can hide that, I can go here, and then I can erase that. That way I know this is perfect. Okay, so now we're doing good. So next, just red, white, and blue. So let's just take the red, white, and blue. Red is the top. You know what? I'm going to make it easier. Red. Blue. And white. We don't need. Okay, so I'm going to alpha lock them. Fill. Fill. Whoop, this one's supposed to be white. This one's supposed to be blue. Blue. Okay, so let me duplicate this, merge these two, alpha lock, and they seem to be like a gray, but then like a lighter, but like not completely white. So something like that. You can even Gaussian blur it. Add a little darker to the bottom. Whoops. Gaussian blur it a little bit. And duplicate this. Now duplicate the whole thing. Something like that. Looks kind of cool. I think he actually might have white. See what this looks like on a dark background. Because I can't see the white. Let me put it to normal. Nation. This might be actually interesting if I do like a white airbrush on the bottom. I think that's fresh. I know it sounds silly when I say that, but I get excited from this silly stuff. Silly triumphs. I guess they're not really that silly. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to duplicate this again. And this I'm going to merge. And this one I'm going to bring down. Because this one I'm going to shrink. Not like that. I mean, that actually looks kind of cool. If I'm honest with you, that looks cool. And I can even do this to sort of make it stand out a little better. I mean, I think that's cool. So this can be one version. I don't need to duplicate that part. This one I can make smaller if he definitely wants it on his shirt. I think something like that is fresh. So we got one. Let me change the color of the background for another one. Then we have this one that I think is cool. I'm going to save this one as a PNG. I'm going to save the other one as a PNG. Oh, wait. yeah. Save this one as a PNG. I'm going to save it as a TIFF. I kind of like that yellow for a background color. Come on, background, stop playing games. Doesn't really look great. Black. Oh, okay. I think I'm happy with that. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I shall catch you all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you can come on and chat to me when I'm doing my live videos. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, DrugFreeDave, and DrugFreeDave3D for all my new 3D work. I have about 11 Procreate, digital art, Skillshare classes, and I have one Nomad Sculpt 3D class. I'm really excited about Skillshare. I have a Facebook group, Procreate tutorials and guidance, so maybe I'll see you on Facebook. As always, keep drawing, and I will catch you all in the next video.